how was last week for you guys? Were you able to manage to submit your activities now that you have your permanent login? And also with the group assignments, how did it go? Did you manage to work together? Did you manage to submit? So let's hear from each one of you.
All right. I'll start first. Yeah.
Okay.
We managed to work together on the group. There were some few things that Henry was not familiar with when it comes to the hospital. So each of our knowledge was able, we were able to actually consolidate what we know, and then as a group we managed to actually complete the assignment successfully. Yeah. So
Wonderful.
Yeah,
I think that's the whole idea, working together so that those who have more knowledge, more experience can compensate in a way for those who are new to the field, so that by working together jointly, collectively, you make progress together and cover up each other's area of weaknesses by those with more knowledge, contributing their strength to help the group to move forward. So that's the idea.
Yes.
So well done.
Yeah, thank you. I think it was very nice working with them, and it helped quite a lot.
Okay, so I take it that you've submitted a group assignment, right?
Yes, we did.
Okay, great. So I will start grading from sometime this week. I'll go through and see what's been submitted. We'll start doing the grading so you can start receiving some marks to know how you have fared so far in the course. So last week you did, when you started, you did ethics, you did unit 2, on electrical safety, you've done preventive maintenance, you've done corrective maintenance with a group assignment. You've also done inventory and quality management, communications. Communications has got 3 different activities. I'm sure you've done all of those. And then there's ECG as well. Now for this week, for Monday, you have blood pressure, which is, okay, let me share screen. And for blood pressure, there is the content itself, the PowerPoint, but there's also an extra note that I shared regarding ECRI requirements for safe disposal of equipment that use mercury. And as we know, there are 2 equipments that quickly come to mind that use mercury. One of them is your mercurial thermometer, the glass thermometer. And the other one is the mercurial sphygmomanometer, the blood pressure measuring instruments. Although it's outdated now, but some hospitals still use the mercurial thermometer. And actually, some doctors and some nurses still prefer using the mercurial thermometer because it's easy to use, it's more accurate. It's actually the gold standard because you measure your blood pressure units in millimeters of mercury. And so using the mercurial thermometer actually gives you a more accurate measurement. And when you're calibrating your blood pressure measuring instruments, you have to come back to the gold standard using mercury to do the calibration. So that's why it's regarded as the gold standard. So some doctors, private doctors, nurses, they still use it. And some rural hospitals, you will still find the mercurial thermometer. Mercurial sphygmomanometer for blood pressure measurements. However, it is being phased out and most hospitals don't use it anymore. And there's a good reason for that. Apart from just advancement in technology, it's also because of the hazards associated with the handling of mercury. Mercury is a metal, but it exists in liquid form at room temperature. So it can be toxic if not properly handled. So for safe disposal of products that use mercury and how to handle and manage mercury-based sphygmomanometers, ECRI has got some recommendations. So there is a PowerPoint notes under blood pressure measurements. After the main content itself, there's additional notes, PDF that I've uploaded that explains, some of those guidelines from ECRI. ECRI is Emergency Care Research Institute. I think that's what it means. It's an organization in America, that kind of play a regulatory role when it comes to medical devices. So you will see their recommendations in that note. And the assignment 8.1 is based on that note. And when we go to that activity 8.1, so what you're actually required to do is to go through that note that talks about ECRI requirements. That's activity 8.1, which is this one here. And once you have read through all of those requirements, I'll need you to go to a platform we call Padlet. It's an online platform. There's a link here to Padlet. Sometimes when you are in class, you are brainstorming in a physical face-to-face class, you can have someone writing something on a board or on a flip chart or using sticker notes. Let's say notes like this, those colored notes you just peel off and then you stick on the board and you have lots of them and people can see all of the ideas that have been shared. So it's what we're doing with this assignment is similar to that. So it's like each person writes a sticker note that you can paste on a board, but that board is now the platform known as Padlet. And on that platform, you're going to write something that looks like a sticker note. So if you come to activity 8.1, you click on the link that takes you to Padlet. You will see what other students have done as well. Okay, you can see the sticker notes that they have posted. Now, you only need to post one answer, one idea. Okay, make sure you put your name on it, just like they've done, so that we know who have posted. There are 4 different pages here. You look at the left. Just find any of those squares where there's a space. You double click and it will allow you to type. Okay, you go to any of those squares, you double click. When you come here to text, you click on text. Then you go to any of those sticker notes where you want to type, you double click and you start typing. You can see it can allow you to type. So you write your name, you type your answer at the bottom, and that's it. You don't even need to save. It saves automatically. So when I want to grade, I just come here, I look for the one that has your name at the top of it, and then we grade. You can find space either in page 1, page 2, page 3, or page 4. Okay, page 2 has got some blank sticker notes. You can just use any one of them, or you can create yours. There's a toolbar on the right-hand side here. You click, you drag, and you just create your own sticker notes here. And then you go to the text tool, you click on it, you double click on the sticker notes, and then the cursor, the text, whatever will appear, and then you can type, right? That's all you need to do for that assignment for activity 8.1. Okay.
All right.
And then for, yes, go on.
Oh, good. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Then for Unit 9 is on pulse oximeter. So that's theory only. There's no practical, there's no activity. The practical for it will come later when you're doing patient monitoring. And also the practical for blood pressure monitoring will be done together with patient monitoring, which is Unit 10. So Unit 10 is all about patient monitoring, patient monitors. And the content for Unit 10 is quite substantial. So you have the theory, you also have the practical for Unit 10. And Unit 10, you will do it for Wednesday and Thursday. patient monitoring Wednesday and Thursday. So you have the theory. If we look at the timetable, let's go to the timetable. I'll just share screen. So if you look at the timetable, you will see Unit 10 is for Wednesday and Thursday. So you have the theory content. Then you have the practical content where you are shown how to use the ProSim8 simulator to test for blood pressure, ECG, temperature, and other parameters using your patient monitor, right? So patient monitor ProSim8, you will simulate on the ProSim8, you test the patient monitor, you do your measurements. So, but there is, okay, so there's quite a bit of practical content on patient monitoring. So take your time to go through each one of them. They are quite interesting and exciting. But there's also an activity you will do under Unit 10. This activity is the mid-course video feedback. What that means is that you are giving a feedback on what you've learned on this course so far from when you started. You're going to record a video. There are two ways you can record your video. You can record it directly on My Tutor. There's a button you click to start recording, and then you speak for about 3 to 5 minutes, no longer than that. And there are guidelines on what the video should be about. You will get that when you go to the activity. Or you can record your video on your cell phone, and then you upload it on My Tutor. There is also a different online screen where you can do the recording as well. It's called Screencast. It's an external online platform. You can do that for free, but I think it might be easier for you to record it directly on My Tutor, or you can use your cell phone to record a video of yourself talking, and then you upload on My Tutor. That is activity 10.1, the mid-course video feedback, where you're giving feedback about what you've learned so far. You introduce yourself, you say why you joined the course, and then you itemize what you've learned so far and which one was most impactful and how it has affected you so far and what you hope to learn before the end of the course. But the guidelines are there when you open the activity. And that's for Thursday and Wednesday and Thursday. Friday is free for self-study and for you to catch up as well. So if at any point you struggle with opening any of the activities or content, please do let me know on time, because sometimes it does happen that we forget to open some of the content or unlock them for you to have access. So if you struggle with anyone that's supposed to be available but is not, do let me know, and then I'll have a look and see. So that will be all for this week. Friday is free. So mostly you have the activity for 8.1 posting on Padlet, and then you have the activity 10.1, which is the video activity where you record, you do a recording of yourself, explaining, introducing yourself, and just, conversationally explaining what you've learned in the course so far and what your expectations are going forward for the rest of the content that is still coming. So it's the mid-course video feedback. Okay. Any questions before we close for?
I'm good. Thank you very much.
So far, everything is clear.
Okay.
Good.
So if ever you struggle with anything, please do not hesitate to contact me, and I'll do my best to come to your rescue and help where necessary.
All right, Mr. Okay.
Thank you much, sir.
Yeah, good.
Thank you.
Good day.
All the best.
Okay, good day. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay.